Hello, my name is Siwe and welcome back. Sanibonani. Igama lami uSiwe. Ngiyanamukela. Please don't forget to click like, follow, share and subscribe, as I will be posting regular fun and exciting Zulu learning content for kids. Today, we will be learning alphabets in Zulu. Namhlanje sobe sifunda izinhlamvu zamagama. I hope you have done your breathing exercises. Let's begin. Azisho khona. Sizoqala ngonkamisa. We will start with vowels. In English, they will go like this. A, E, I, O, U. In Zulu, they will go something like this. A, E, I, O, U. We will start with the first alphabet, which is A. A. An example of this would be apula. The next letter will be B. It will sound like ba, be, bi, bo, bu. When added with an H, it will sound like ba, be, bi, bo, bu. An example of this would be baba, which means father. The next letter will be C. In Zulu, it will sound like ka, tse, tsi, ko, tu. When an H is added, it sounds like cha, che, chi, cho, tu. An example of this would be tsi, which means earring. The next letter will be D. In Zulu, it will sound like da, de, di, do, do. When an L is added, it sounds like la, le, li, lo, lu. An example of this would be donza, which means to pull. The next vowel will be E, which is E. And an example of this would be ekhaya, which means home. The next letter will be F. In Zulu, it will sound like fa, fe, fi, fo, fu. An example of this would be funda, which means to study. The next letter will be G. In Zulu, it will sound like ga, ge, gi, go, gu. When a Q is added, it sounds like Ka, Ge, Gi, Go, Gu. When a C is added, it sounds like Ga, Gi, Gi, Go, Gu. An example of this would be Gogo, which means grandmother. The next letter is H. In Zulu, it sounds like Ha, He, Hi, Ho, Hu. When an L is added, it sounds like Sha, She, Shi, Sho, Shu. An example of this would be Hamba, which means go. The next vowel is I, which means I. And in Zulu, it will be Inja. The next letter is J. In Zulu, it would sound like Ja, J, Ji, Jo, Ju. An example of this would be Juba, which means pigeon. The next letter is K. In Zulu, it will sound like Ka, Ke, Ki, Ko, Ku. With an H added, it will sound like Ka, Ke, Ki, Ko, Ku. An example of this would be Komba, which means point. The next letter is L, and it would sound like La, Le, Li, Lo, Lu. An example of this would be Lala, which means sleep. The next letter is M. In Zulu, it will sound like Ma, Me, Mi, Mo, Mu. With a B added, it sounds like Ba, Mbe, Mbi, Mbo, Mbu. With an N added, it sounds like Mna, Mne, Mni, Mno, Mnu. With an L, it sounds like Mla, Mle, Mli, Mlo, Mlu. With a K, it sounds like Nga, Nge, Mki, Mko, Mku. With a J, it sounds like Mja, Mje, Mji, Mjo, Mju. An example of this would be Mlomo, which means mouth. The next letter is N, and it sounds like Na, Ne, Ni, No, Nu. An example of this would be Ngubo, which means clothes. The next vowel is O. An example of O would be obaba. The next letter is P, and it will sound like pa, pe, pi, po, pu. With an H added, it would sound like pa, pe, pi, po, pu. An example of this would be pooza, which means to drink. The next letter is Q. In Zulu, it will sound like ka, re, ri, ko, ku. With an H added, it would sound like ka, ke, ki, ko, ku. An example of this would be koka, which means clean. Now the next letter is R. Historically, there are not any word in Zulu that starts with R. The next letter is S, and it sounds like sa, se, si, so, su. With an H added, it sounds like sha, she, shi, sho, shu. And an example of this would be sandla, which means hand. The next letter is T. In Zulu, it sounds like da, de, di, do, do. With an H added, it sounds like ta, te, ti, to, tu. With an S added, it sounds like ja, je, ji, jo, ju. With an SH, it sounds like cha, che, chi, cho, ju. An example of this would be tanda, which means love. The next vowel is U, which is U. An example of this would be uju, which means honey. The next letter is V, and it sounds like va, ve, vi, vo, vu. An example of this would be vala, which means to close. The next letter is W, and it will sound like wa, we, wi, wo, woo. And an example of this would be waza, which means come. The next letter is X. In Zulu, it will sound like ka, Xi, xi, xo, xu. With an H, it will sound like xa, xe, xi, xo, xu. An example of this would be xoxa, which means to speak or to have a conversation. The next letter is Y, and it will sound like ya, ye, yi, yo, you. An example of this would be yeza, which means medication. Last but not least, we have Z. In Zulu, it sounds like za, ze, zi, zo, zu. And an example of this would be zipho, which means presents. Sivala lapho namhlanje. That is it, and that is where we stop for today. This week's affirmation is Isisho saleli sonto sithi. I am brave and I can handle anything that comes my way. Nginesibindi futhi ngiyakwazi ukuphatha noma yini eza endleleni yami. Siyabonga. Thank you. Until next time. Goodbye.